today we're going to talk to my friend Naz. He is a pretty amazing person. He has been a part of the Paralympics. I met him through SPIRE. He's done some amazing work. You have. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks, Emily. Yeah, like you said, we met not that long ago at the Royal Tower Rehab Unit. Yeah, I've been with AQA SPIRE for quite a number of years, and for many years I've been playing wheelchair rugby for Australia, and yeah, been to 5 Paralympic Games, which has been quite fun, you know. Yeah, really good, and taken me a long way as well.
Yeah. So tell me about, you've been hit around for a while with a spinal injury. When did you get your spinal injury?
I got my spinal injury diving into shallow water when I was 20 years old. I was at Alwood Beach, so it was November 1990, just with some friends, just being silly, I guess, and hit the bottom of the sand, and yeah, became a quadriplegic pretty much instantly.
Wow, and everyone has different stories, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, everyone has injuries in different ways, and they're accidents. So, you know, I mean, people have car accidents, people just trip over and hurt themselves, people injure themselves at work. Yeah, many different ways of people hurting themselves.
So, since your injury, sport has become a pretty big part of your life. You've even won some medals at the Paralympics. What were the Paralympics like?
The Paralympics are amazing. I mean, I've been to 5 Paralympic Games, starting with Sydney, then Athens, Beijing, London and Rio, and I was pretty lucky that our team was pretty strong. So in London and Rio we came first in both occasions and won the gold medal, and yeah, it's been fantastic. I got into wheelchair rugby while I was in rehab, because I used to play AFL footy and do some boxing before my accident, so it was like I don't know, a version of physical sport I could play in a wheelchair, and they were great guys. I learned quite a lot of them. You know, I just wanted to see what they were doing, what sort of cars they were driving, how they transferred, see how independent they were, and they were the main reasons why I got involved in the sport. And being involved, it's taken me a long way. It's opened up so many doors and enjoyed every moment of it.
So you've gone pretty far, reached a high standard in sport. What are some of the obstacles you faced?
I guess some of the obstacles have been, you know, playing at an elite level for Australia. It's a huge commitment. I mean, you know, our training program is 6 days a week, so you have to be very committed. You know, it's like a full-time job. Just the amount of training that you do, and you've got to be smart in your training program as well. You need time to recover. Sometimes you might injure your shoulder or get sick, and some of the obstacles are just being able to manage your health and your body, I guess. And when you're cook, you just got to give your body time to heal and just continue. So the obstacles are just being injured, I guess, and not being smart in the way you train and look after yourself.
What keeps you motivated? It's not for the faint-hearted, the Paralympics or sport or anything.
Now the motivation is just trying to keep fit and healthy, because it's really important that you stay active, and I've got that in the back of my mind all the time. So yeah, it's all about being fit and healthy and doing what you need to be in that situation. So it's not always fun, you know, training. Playing's fantastic, but when it comes to training, that takes a lot out of you. You know, training can be fun sometimes, but constantly training is not as good or as fun as playing the game, you know.
So you've been around for quite a while. You don't look a day over 21 though. But how do you think parasport has changed or grown since you started?
Yeah, thanks, Emily. Yeah, no, I'm glad you say I don't look that old, but I try to tell everyone every birthday for the last 19, 20 years I've been 29, but I don't think people believe me anymore, but you know, I still try as hard as I can. But yeah, I guess, you know, I'm not young as I used to be, but just keeping active, keeping happy, keeping motivated, that's a big part of, I don't know, being happy and keeping active, you know. And it all benefits your body overall, you know. If you're happy, your body's happy, I guess. So you I don't know, act young, you feel young, and you probably look younger than what you really are.
What would your advice be for other people with disabilities in sport?
I think in sport, but also just in general life as well, you know. I mean, being in a wheelchair or having a disability is pretty shit, you know. I mean, you don't get around in a wheelchair because it's fun. It's something that you just need to do. You've got no choice. So life could be a lot worse than what it is, as long as you dwell on all the negative stuff. But if you look at all the positive stuff, and that's what makes you happy. So my advice is for people to pick out the positives, you know, with their life, you know, because there are positives there. You just got to be able to see it. And if you were to look at the negatives, you know, I'm sure you can find out heaps of negatives as well, but your life's not going to be enjoyable, you know. So either, you know, if you want to be happy, you've got to look at the positives and work on them. Everyone has their down days, but you've got to know that there's a time where you need to snap out of it and just get on with your life, you know, and just look at what your options are. And there are lots of options out there.
There is a lot of options. So tell me about your work with SPIRE. What sort of things do you do?
Well, I've been with AQA Victoria for over 20 years, and a lot of the work that we do is mainly around peer support. So we do a lot of work in the rehab unit, but not only that, we've got community networks as well. We've got networks in regional Victoria, in Bendigo, Ballarat, Shepparton, Mornington, Gippsland, what else, Geelong, and also we've got our women's network, and also our professionals with spinal cord injuries. So it's really important that we provide those services or have those avenues where people can meet up and you know, just find new goals or get assistance in, you know, in achieving their goals. So at the Royal Talbot, we know that people are doing it tough, and you know, they've just had their injury and don't know what their future looks like. They don't know if they're able to continue following their dreams, you know, whatever goals they had before. And yeah, we just try to motivate people to tell them, you know, life is still good. My team, you know, we've got Josh Hose, Peter Van Bentham, Lynn and Sal at the Royal Talbot. We work quite heavily in trying to make people get over, you know, all the bad stuff that's associated with disability, and try to highlight the positives and tell them if they want to travel, if that was a goal, they can still do that. If they want to have kids, they can still do that. If they want to go on holidays, go back to school, work, all of those are possibilities. And we actually tell them that they're real, you know, they're not just dreams. They can follow those hopes that they had and achieve them.
Yeah, well, I remember when I was at the Royal Talbot, I met you and you guys helped me a lot and showed me what was possible. So I really appreciated it.
Yeah, but you were an easy one, Emily, because I think you were quite motivated already. You wanted to learn stuff. You wanted to see what your future was like, and you know, it's good seeing you now. You're so busy. Sometimes we try to call you and you can't get you on the phone even, you know, because it's too busy. But yeah, like you were a really good person going through rehab. You've done really well, you know, you've come a long way since then. Okay. And it shows other people that are doing it a lot tougher. And you know, eventually you will get through to them, but it's hard work just trying to get through to people because, you know, they've had their accident, they've got a disability, and their life is not going to be the same in their eyes. And we try to show them that it is, you know, it's still not going to be as bad as they think. Life's going to be good, and you know, we've just got to keep chipping away, and eventually those people will get motivated, we hope, and get on with their lives.
So it must be a pretty good feeling being able to help people and help those people go through something like that, what you went through and stuff. No,
that's right, it really is. You know, I remember when I hurt myself, there were different mentors, people working for AQA, and I got a lot out of talking to them and just seeing what they were doing. it was really unusual seeing people in wheelchairs that were really happy. You know, these guys were super happy, and I thought, wow, you know, life's not going to be as bad. And that's what we try to show people now. You know, our team tries to motivate people that life is still good. You know, it's not going to be living at home and just in your bedroom watching TV and all that sort of stuff. You can still continue to do what you wanted to do before. It took me a couple of years before I sort of thought, this is pretty boring, you know, I'm not really doing anything. And then I just got some information through AQA, returned back to school, done some volunteer work and got into wheelchair rugby, and yeah, life's been fantastic since then, but it took me 2 years to get into it.
What are your goals for the future?
So now I've retired from the Australian wheelchair rugby team, but I'm still involved in wheelchair rugby because I think I need to. You know, you've got to keep active, and it's something I still love. I'm playing our local competition, playing for Victoria as well, and for the last couple of years I've been doing some coaching in Southeast Asia. So I coached the Singaporean team, the Indonesian team, Malaysia, take up an Australian team whenever I can, and just try to teach them the game at a higher level, I guess. So I've been really enjoying that for the last couple of years, and probably go across 4 times a year and just do some coaching and get them better at the game as well.
Well, thank you for talking to me and sharing with me about your life and everything. It's been really interesting. It's really good. Thank you so much.
No, thanks for having me, Emily. I think I've really enjoyed this experience as well. You know, I never say no to a camera or getting my photo taken. But yeah, seriously, but hopefully people see this and see that life with spinal cord injury can be good, you know. I mean, the main thing is to keep active, find a love, and just follow that love, because it opens many doors, you know. I mean, so you're quite busy and loving life. I'm the same, you know. I'm still quite busy and loving life as well, and just try to share that with others, and that's how I'm rewarded, by seeing other people that I've come across that continue with their life and really happy.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thanks, Emily.